Hey guys, it's Dave here, SoL. This is Age of Empires 2 HD, and this will be a video on how to castle rush or crush as Goths, which is the best crush there is in my opinion. Um, so I am a Goths main. I play Goths 9 times out of 10 when I go online. It's earned me an 82.5 or something percent win rate. Let's have a look. 82.8% win rate, 48 out of 58. Reason for this is I honestly believe that they have the best castle rush in the game because their infantry is just so good at it. They have a high attack, ridiculous pierce armor, and attack bonus to buildings. And considering that a lot of the things you start off against are just archer fire, and the troops that they're limited to really building against you, the only one you have to worry about is a knight, which they can't build to castle age, and that's what you're trying to beat them to. Anything that's ranged, you don't have to worry about unless there's a hand cannoneer, but you're not going to have hand cannoneers to Imperial, so that's off the table. Again, on feudal age, you're looking at man at arms. Even on castle age, long swordsmen, they're not good against you. They have less damage. They have one more pierce armor. They have no ranged armor, and I think they have what, the same hit points or less hit points. And yeah, so there's that. So the things you're likely to be against. Pikemen again, they don't stand a chance against you, so it's just the knights. Knights will screw you over very quickly because they have the same damage, but then they have 2 armor. I just realised that Longsword didn't have any normal armor anyway, so yeah, he's just in a better position than him. Anyway, let's do this. Please don't be Scandinavia. I'm not going through that crap again. I hate Scandinavia so much. What am I doing? Build houses. Oh, that brain fart. Okay, this is... I'm gonna be... actually house myself very briefly right in the beginning because of how long it took me to actually freaking queue that house to build. No big deal, but like... yeah, that was annoying. Like I say, it is like... 4:30 in the morning here now. My brain is not in the best state it could be, but I'm not really tired either. I don't feel tired. I don't feel like I could just go to sleep. So instead, I'm here making you guys videos because that's fun. I like doing that. So standard start. We have water on this map. I will do a fishing rush video at some point because that's supposed to be incredibly fun. It's not supposed to be. It is probably the most powerful start if you can do it. It's very risky in the fact that it has basically if you get out galley rushed or something, you lose all your fishing ships, which is the largest source of your food income, and it also costs a lot of wood. It's just a massive setback. So that means you have to defend them, that means you have to build galleys, they take forever to train and they're quite expensive. It's just quite a lot of drawbacks, but in terms of actual raw food production, it's definitely the best. Hands down. There's no real doubt about it, from anyone that I've spoken to at least. And in my own experience, like, the best players I've found just always do it. So yeah, there's a tip for you. Want to be pro? Fish. Yeah, I found all my sheep plus 2 reserve, that's nice. So I think this is the first time in ages I've found all my sheep in a reasonable space of time. Okay, so I'm just going to put that 4th villager onto wood. I do need to experiment with getting wood slightly later to see if it's actually helpful at all. I know you can do it, but I build at a very early mill. I don't need to do it on Goths. I'm actually going to put 5 on wood, and I'm going to try this. Simply because, like I say, Goths don't have any bonuses to gaining food from berries anyway, so there's no need for me to do that quite so early. Also, I always find that I'm slightly short on wood, so I think if I go for 5, that will help balance that out a little bit. So we'll see. I could end up regretting this. I shouldn't really be doing this on a tutorial video, but hey ho, gotta learn sometime. So now I'm going to build the mill. It's only 2 villagers later, but you know, that can make all the difference. So right now I'm looking for my last ball. It's the only thing I'm missing of my so-called guaranteed starting stuff. I love the Age of Empires soundtrack. It's one of my favourite soundtracks of any game I've ever played. Call me sad. I've been playing this game a stupid number of years. How am I now? I'm 19 now, so I've been playing this game. Oh, not properly playing, but you know, I have been playing around this sort of game for about 15 years, technically. Because my dad showed me this game and got me to play it when I was about 4 or 5 years old. Okay, there's my ball. Of course, I haven't played this game properly for more than a few years. It was very much just a little thing. Played it with my dad. First my dad, now the world. Take them all on. So shout out to Dad. So yeah, build some more people onto berries right now. Like I said, I'll do the standard. I'll build like 6 or 7, put 4 of them onto deer, which are just over here on the left hand corner. I've found all, like I said, I found all the stuff that I need to find to do the feudal castle jump, so now I'm looking to find my opponent and to scout his base as best as I can. Now, I did tell you random land map. It's essentially continental, which means we are connected, but there is a large amount of water. I should have gone ships. I would normally have gone ships, but that's not the way I really want to play this out. I want to play this in a very standard sort of tactic. So this ball's actually quite close. So I've did it at 63. I may end up regretting that slightly. I have done loom. And like I say, I am playing Goths. This is a very safe civilization to do boar balls on, because they just kill this. Oh, watch how quickly I kill this thing. Dead. 2 volleys. It's a lot faster than in your standard civilization would do that. Now, five on berries, screw it. I normally only put 4 on Goths. I put 5 on Franks because they get that bonus, so it's worth having the extra person, but I'm going to do it on here as well. Next person needs to build houses. Always remember to do that. That's the thing that you will find hurts you the most is forgetting to build your houses. Also, Goths, when they hunt, they carry plus 15 food per villager, which I think means with 6 villagers you do a boar. I'm actually very confident. It means you do a boar in one go with 6 villagers. So I will get all 350 food from this in one chunk. This is why it's also important to have more people on berries, because it's your only consistent source of food. I need to build these people into stone. Yeah, stone. Oh, I haven't got a second person on gold. Let's put that in now. This is a very late one. Like I said, I normally do this at around 19 or 20 population. I'm doing it. This is going to be my actual 25th villager or population. Where's my other ball? Over here. Drop that off, you bastard. So these guys are going to go on wood very briefly because I mistimed the ball leash. This is something I end up doing a lot. It's, again, not hugely important. It's a slight delay, but you always want to keep your villagers active if possible. Get them to do something. Cutting wood is never a particularly bad idea. As you can see, I easily do have the food to advance if I wanted to. Right now, I want to get 27 villagers though, so I'm going for a slightly later advance than that. I will upgrade as soon as this villager is built. I won't because I don't have the food. Pretty much as soon as, right. So there we go, that's happening. 3 people on stone, which is 1 too few as Goths, to be honest. It's because I built too many onto gold. Oopsie. Right, did we find the base? Yes, we did. We found the dock at least. Can't be bothered to bring the sheep all the way back. Let's just send them away where blue won't find them. So yeah, always check your deer. They quite often find that they won't go into the right targets properly and crap like that. It's not fun. Okay, so he's getting gold there. His town centre's there. They just lost a villager to boar. He's hunting boar with about 1,000 people. He lost 2 villagers to boar. Christ, what a scrub cake. So I'm going to put 2 onto stone, I think? No, I'll probably put 1 to stone, 1 onto wood. Because I've only got 5 on wood. And I need to get a ridiculous amount of food. It feels like I've missed something out. I haven't collected like a lot of my berries actually, so that's probably it. So we'll do that. Of course, now I'm playing Goths, I will have to research the upgrades. Come on. Let me set on wood for a minute while I do this upgrade. Oh, yeah, you guys need to build buildings, don't you? I don't have a large amount of food about to come in, so I'm actually going to have to build another villager. So I'm going to have to wait for these guys to come in. So this is going to be a slightly slower castle age. Not a big deal again. Sometimes happens, it's about adapting. These guys are bringing in just over 100 food. I'll probably have to buy 100 from the market. I've got the gold for it, no biggie. Oh, why have you stopped? Actually, these guys got a lot. I may be able to do this. Okay, didn't have to. You can always want to avoid buying resources if you don't have to. Right. Cutters are there. Stone. Excellent. That's exactly what I want. I always try and build by a stone mine. It is on by a hill, which isn't ideal, but hey ho. Right. I need to get this upgrade once we have some food. Eesh. Eek. Okay. Right, we're gonna have the stone. That's gonna be easily have the stone. So I've got the stone already. Take one off of there, put them onto the gold. A bit of extra gold is always helpful. There's actually 2 things here. Now I am actually going to get these guys to sit around. I sent them a bit early, but they had nothing else I really needed them to do. I'm just going to get them to sit around because I don't want to spend that wood. I want to get a TC is in between these 2. So definitely not the most efficient way. Oh, I've got another villager there. That's the one I was looking for. Thought I had an extra one. But yeah, that's a personal choice. I almost definitely don't want to recommend that as an actual thing to do, but that's what I'm doing in this case because we're going to hit castle in like 10 seconds. See, it is quite a late one. It's not as fast as Frank's, and it wasn't perfect going up by any means. Build this on top of the hill. Building on top of the hill, by the way, gives a huge advantage. You get like minus 25 or minus 50% damage when you're firing uphill or fighting uphill, and plus the same amount when fighting downhill. And considering you can't really have one without the other, it's a massive, massive advantage. So yeah, always make use of that if you can. Now, Goths are a very for the units I know, so he just hit Castle Age. Kind of a big deal. Now I need to rescout now. Find out what's going on in there. And I need as much food as possible right now. Honestly, like I need a stupendous now. All this because of that, that's brilliant. Really is, there's so many villagers right there. He has knights already though. Punishment for a slow castle age, people. Okay, well he knows I'm here immediately because that started firing, but hey, what can we do? So yeah, they're very, very cheap in terms of gold Goths, but they do need a large amount of food. So getting some extra food in whenever possible, always a great idea. There's still less food intensive than the Franks are though. The Franks units are very expensive. Also, when you go in, you always want to have probably the first 2 upgrades on here if you can, because they are so cheap and they still give, you know, the same as the second tier upgrades. Also, of course, Goths build troops very quickly. So. Right, I'm gonna get this one as soon as I've got the food for it. I always this is a must-have really. Scale mail armor. It's just, you know, 1 more armor, 1 pierce. It's so important. Right, let's go. Actually, after this one's built. Didn't move any of... No, of course a normal player would have done, but... AI are AI for a reason. So that's like 7 villager kills right there. Kill that off, make sure he can't. Really? Do you reckon you can... Do you reckon they'll win that? Yeah, they will win that. Easily. Oh well, shit happens. 1v1 by villagers. Whoops. Go fuck them up. So Goths very much can just run in there. Their troops are very cheap, so once your resource base like comes up a little bit, you end up being able to build a lot more. And then they're just so good against arrows. Possibly the single best counter tactic to this has just been done. Knights backed up with monks. Knights are hands down the best unit against to build early against turtles. Just easily. I don't know what I can do against this because a ram, great against the monks, sure, but the knights will just screw him over. So I'd have to fight the knights in open combat, and the open combat doesn't sound like a great idea considering each of my units gets single-handedly pretty screwed over by a knight, just stats-wise. Okay. Interesting. Okay, let's see if we can find any more of his miners. The only problem with me being this far out is I've got no castle to run to, so if they engage me now, I am going to have to fight them. Now I do have first tier upgrades, and I'm now doing the second tier armor upgrade. That's pretty big. Also, I should vastly outnumber these things. That monk is going to fuck me up. So yeah, these guys also have the upgrades, and while I outnumbered them, and gold for gold, I actually am going to win this fight, let me just think. Oh, maybe not. So yeah, that's pretty much that. Like I say, they're not very gold intensive at all. I've not had any problem with gold. It's all been food. But yeah, we did win. Oh, that's so annoying. Pro tip, AI suck at trying to convert you. By the way, if you want an infuriating team to play against as AI, the Aztecs, they essentially just spam monks, and oh my god, it sucks so hard. You run in, your entire army just gets converted. It's just, ugh, the worst. So now I'm going to the fully upgraded that I can get at the moment for these guys. So once they have this, they're going to have 12 damage, 2 hack armor, 8 pierce armor. They really do get to just kind of ignore pierce damage at this point. I want to destroy the stable, I cannot deal with many more knights. Also, I need to build a barracks. Get around here, kill that guy. Now, the problem actually is the number of arrows that a town centre fires, is because they will always do 1 damage to you. If something attacks you, it will always do 1 damage, doesn't matter how low damage and how much armour you have. You can have 8 armour and it can do 1 damage, it will still do 1 damage. It's like a guaranteed thing, it's a clause. Which means if, because town centres and castles fire multiple arrows, say they fire like 7, that will always do 7 damage per volley, and that can be a big problem for Ursals, because they only have 60 health, they're not like a paladin that have 180 with bloodlines, that is. So it very much depends on the number of people inside the town centre and how quickly you can get it so that there's no one firing at you. As the castle-age town centre, remember that feudal-age town centres are a lot weaker. It's very handy to remember that. So I'm just making sure that I have plenty. I can probably rush it with this many. Yeah, I'm trying to build a second town centre right now. Also, he's lost so many of his villagers just from wandering around trying to build stuff. Right, this is plenty now. I could have done this earlier probably, but want to secure it, make sure you didn't give that up. This is now going down. And I'm just constantly been building troops out of this castle. Like I said, they are very cheap. I've not had any problems with gold whatsoever. I seem to have killed off the only opposition that he seemed to want to try and send, or had even. He did have about 6 to 8 knights. That's a lot of gold. So yeah, they just slaughtered that town centre. See, it's so much easier to do than with the Franks. They managed to build that though. That's annoying. Now my farms are expiring. Yeah, it's Christmas, right. And the entire time my economy... He's actually got 3 town centres. I was wondering, because the other one, I did expect there to be more town centres. Again, not a big deal. I have... because I'm constantly building villages, troops. I'm still going up in troops. These guys do not really take damage. I've just got random troops just running all around this base. Now I want to build a barracks. See, I get very late barracks in the game because I don't really need anything from it until later on. Later on, of course, Goths get the best barracks in the game with the build speed and how cheap their units are. Definitely a massive plus. At this point is when I need to start looking to some more gold, because I need to get upgrades, and the upgrades do still cost a lot of gold even though my troops do not. And right now I'm just overrunning his base with troops. Finally garrison some people in there. So he's now going to lose 3 town centres as well. Yeah, so it's just a case of, because it's on conquest, these guys don't resign immediately, they take some time to. But this guy is now out. Standard player probably would have resigned. I sure as hell would have done. put a knight. A good way to deal with knights is just to flat outnumber them. Because while these troops aren't very good in melee to melee combat because they have no base pierce armor, pack armor, they are high damaging units still. Now it's just a case of trying to find where he is. Oh, he's got a whole bunch of villages down there, that was probably it. Grab a few of these boys, send them down. There's nothing left besides the lumber camp. Didn't even know my scout survived that initial waltzing around that we did to find out what was going on. He's a trapped villager, great, my favourite. Go find them, boys. Now normally I would have built a town centre in the middle of all that and taken all those farms, but like, it's a 1v1, don't need to do it. What I need to do is to find him. Ah, mark it, that'll actually keep you in. Spice Treason is an Imperial Age upgrade, so start going there now. Just to make sure that this game will eventually end. That's right, boys, you killed that wolf. I think that might be the market that's just keeping him in here, even though he's got no one to trade with, so there's no point. Not even to send resources to. He's gonna have some sort of really retarded thing somewhere, I guarantee you. There's a mill, but that doesn't keep you in, so there must be villages. Right? Nope. Up here? That's annoying me, get rid of that. So yeah, what I normally do in this stage is, because if there's normally be other people in the game, is you work in your economy and then just use the army that you've built up. There's another villager there, keeping them in. There we go. And you would use your army to push through to the next base while trying to build up your economy, and then your teammates should boom and take over, really. But anyway, there you go. That is the Goths Castle Rush, my personal favourite of the Castle Rush teams. Percels are just excellent for it. What time did I hit castle? It was late. 17:30 castle. It's a late time, I'm not gonna lie. But anyway. So hopefully that was helpful, guys. Feel free to send me a message with any questions you've got. And yeah, thanks for watching.